Welcome back to another Dead Rail 101 class guide. Now, we are currently on 11,070 subscribers. Literally yesterday I was on like 10,998. So thank you guys so much for all the support. And we did also just reach 11k subs. So I want to say thank you guys so much for being able to help us get to where we are. Hopefully we're gonna get to 15k very soon. And let me quit college, please. So we're gonna start with high roller. Now this has a 2 times cash, which is very good, but it does have a 10 times chance being being hit by lightning, and that can be a pain in the ass to deal with, especially when you're late game trying to finish the game off. However, I would say this is pretty good. I'll put it into A tier to the fact that it's 2 times cash, which can be very helpful, especially during the start. It is only about 50 bonds. Well, that is quite expensive, but at the same time it's not compared to the other classes. I would still put this into A tier, even though the fact it has 10 times being chance to lightning. I would just hide under the like any type of roof, house, or just under the type of like train if you have coverage. So I would put this one to A. Next we go to Survivalist. So the more you get injured, so more injured, more damage. Sorry, I kind of lagged out right over there. So the more you're injured, the more damage you do to enemies. And you start with a shovel and a tomahawk, 75 bonds. I'd say it's good for people who are ass at fighting and need that extra type of like protection boost. So when you're about to die, the more you get injured, the more you can kill them. I'd say this is actually pretty good for newer players. However, it is kind of expensive. So by the time you probably do get this, you won't really be a new player anymore. But this is a pretty good class, I'm not gonna lie. I would put this into B. Now before we do carry on, if you guys do disagree with any of these, just please comment it down below. Don't flame my ass.
Fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Just comment down below what you would rather rate them into. So I'm quite new to this game still, and I have done a whole lot of research on this, so I'm sharing my honest thoughts. So don't flame me. So Cowboy, you start with a horse, a saddle, so you can actually ride the horse. You start with a revolver, which is actually decent if you're just going to start off, and you get ammo. So it's only 35 bonds, which is actually pretty cheap compared to the ones that we've just seen. And then again, it is also new to people that are at the game, and it's gonna honestly, if I could, I would actually choose this as my class, because I'm low-key kind of ass at the game and I kind of need a gun to carry me. So if you're just like me like that, I would honestly put this into A. Now, if you don't really need a gun like this and you're actually pretty good at the game, you don't really need any of this, then you probably would lower it down to like B. But just for like, I guess, newer players, I would say A. However, by the time you get 35 bonds, you probably won't be a new player. So we got, I'm not even going to try and read that. So 20 bonds, very cheap and could be a first class you buy. Double dealing damage and spawn with the weapon being the molotovs. So it's basically like a little fire you throw and it's going to catch on fire and damage enemies. If you have a horse, you can move around easily and throw it, like I just said. You can also raid towns easier with this, and you can just raid houses very easy. I would say honestly it's a B tier. Not the best class, but it's not the worst. Pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Next we got the Ironclad. So not good, probably one of the worst ones. It slows you down by 20%, which can be a pain in the ass, especially if you're running away from a fucking mob. So it's not good for solo runs, especially if you're just by yourself without any people. However, it does have very good defense. 100 bonds is crazy expensive for a thing like this. I would say honestly it's not worth it and isn't very good, maybe the worst class. So first one that's going to be into C. Next we got Vampire. So this is going to be 75 bonds. Now hear me out, it increases movement, speed and melee damage, which is very good. However, there is a con, which you'll take damage in direct sunlight. However, you guys can hide in trains during the day. So if you're going to be playing with like a lot of people, then you guys can just hide. You can just stay in the train, I guess. And when it turns night, that's basically your time to shine.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
You will also start with a very strong weapon, a vampire knife. So you guys can either sell it for 150 or keep it for the lifesteal ability. And it also does give you the healing ability if you do take any sunlight damage. I'm pretty sure it's like 1 per second if you take direct sunlight damage. So it's a very good one. I would honestly put this into S. Conductor, honestly, it's not too bad, but I wouldn't recommend it for solo because you're going to lose 50% of your health. No melee weapons to start. And unless you're a team player, I guess you could get away with this. But honestly, I wouldn't say it's too good. You do get 50% faster train movement. So if you guys just want to camp it in the train, yeah, I still wouldn't say this is a good one. I would honestly put this into like C. Next, we got a Doctor. Now, this is a very good one. Honestly, I'll put this into S. It's very good. You can revive teammates with no bandages. Only costs 15 bonds. Very cheap for a class like this. get it before they fucking upgrade it to like 30-40 bonds. However, you do use half of your health when you do revive a teammate, but you do start off with 2 times bandages and 2 snake oils, so you guys can always just heal up, and you guys can always just buy bandages. So it's a very good tier, I'm not gonna lie. Very good class. So I'll put this into S. Next we got zombies. Probably the worst one, straight to fucking D or F. Eats bodies to gain health only. It's only about 5 to 10 per body. You can't heal any other way except for eating. Start with no gear. You can't use snake oil, no bandages, and it does cost 75 bonds. Unless you want to look like a complete fucking idiot, go and get it. But other than that, I wouldn't say to get it. Honestly, one of the worst. Next, you got a miner. So this spawns with 2 coals, very good fuel source. Also has a LED headlamp to light up like surrounding areas. It's like a proximity, I guess you could call it. So like only certain type of areas around you. Start with a mining helmet, coal 2 times, like I said. Pickaxe, I'm pretty sure that does damage as well. Can be used as a weapon. Only 15 bonds. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty decent tier, pretty good like things you get with it. It's cheap as well, so honestly put this into A. Next you got the Alamo, so 50 bonds. You start with the shovel, barbed wire 3 times, metal sheets 3 times. You get a helmet as well. Now I would only say this is really good because you guys can build your defense on your train very early, so you don't get attacked by werewolves or like vampires off of the start, which can be kind of a pain in the ass. And you will also start off with the barbed wires, like I said. Honestly, I did write it down as B because it's a bit pricey, but maybe it could be pushed to A if it was a little bit cheaper, but honestly between A and B. Next we've got Priest. Now this is very good because you're immune to lightning strikes. You get 2 times the holy water, shovel, and crucifix. However, it is crazy expensive, being 100 bonds. You can't really sell the items, being the crucifix, so only the holy water for money, which I don't even think sells for that much. Yeah, so however, you are immune to lightning strikes. I would say C, very expensive, not really too good. Yeah, that's just my overall thoughts on it. If you got different thoughts, comment it down below. So that's basically all of the classes up until this point. Now I'm gonna make a updated guide when more classes come out. I'm just gonna test them out, see how much money they make, see what we can actually do with these classes. So that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys want to see any other videos on Dead Rails, I'm gonna make a video today about how I'm gonna try beat the game without using a train. So if you guys want to stick around for that and watch it, make sure to leave a like and sub. Trying to get hopefully 12 to 13k subs by the end of this month. Slowly pushing 20k, another really big milestone, so can't do without you guys' help. So any support would be highly appreciated. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you know, trying to make it out of the hood, trying to make it out of college. So yeah, any support would be very appreciated. And that's about it. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Take care.